This is a local customer's GT650. We did the seat on recently, if you watched the last videos. He came in for an airbox delete. This is the finished product. So, you know, this had a giant airbox and covers and all that stuff. So here's how we did it. All this stuff should be a hole when it's done. We got to build a box for electronics and battery and relocate a bunch of stuff and do some pod filters here. We got to move some other parts over here. Let's see how it goes.
Tight fit.
Not an easy task to remove this box. Doesn't fit, so we split the airbox right down the center seam. Looks like it's heat glued together. He's not reusing this anyway, but the only other way to do it would be to, I guess, remove the back wheel, inner fender, and all that crap to get it out the back, but this is going in the trash anyway, so here we go. Now what? Now we got to clean all this up. I got to design a box to put all this wiring in, and we're going to relocate the battery, but that stock battery is pretty big, so I don't know if he wanted to try to save it, but I mean, it's big, right? So we'll see. Middle one's the old one. This is the new one, and it replaces the air breather for the reeds at the front of the engine. It's hard to see it, but it's that tube. This vent for the air box now has a little filter on it, 2 cone filters going on, and that should get rid of that. And that front one is plugged up now. There's going to be another little filter on this one. To find a place for all this stuff. The laser cutter. I just picked it up. It's the laser cut battery box. So back to the shop and let's see if we can make this thing fit in there, yeah? It's just sitting in there now, there you go. Rubber lined on the front and trunk liner in the box. Okay, we're going to try to get this now back in there, and everything's going to go in here except for whatever we had to run down to the battery on the bottom of the bike. So all this mess of wiring is going to go in the box on top. Down here we made a guard to keep all the lower stuff away from the chain. And we're going to try to get that box in here now. The harness will go against the side rail. Getting in there, and then we just lift the box up and bolt it to the tabs when it's all where we want it to be. It's a lot of stuff to fit in there. It would be even worse, I guess, if you had to do the battery up here. So we did the battery under the bike, and it fits in there perfectly, so we're good to go. We had to lengthen one wire only, and it wasn't a battery cable, it was just one little tiny ground wire. Okay, so that's it. This is the final product here. So we ended up doing the electric box. Designed it and had it laser cut out of steel and bent. And then we made this little cover to cover the bottom parts. There's a starter solenoid and some other stuff that's kind of under there. It's not super pretty, so that kind of just covers that up. It's got the pod filters, it's got the one breather filter down there. There's one more little breather filter between the two pods. Everything's been removed, and the front tube's been capped off because it had a big rubber hose going back to the airbox. So that's the way he wants it. He's on his way to pick it up, so hopefully he likes it. So the hardest part of doing the airbox delete, I mean, aside from making the parts, is getting the wiring to kind of all live on that frame tube. The way that it's originally set up is there's a bunch of relays that are kind of in this area. So you have to actually cut back the original harness sheath on the outside and then basically pull the wires up to the top. You don't have to extend anything. We did a battery under the bike, so everything reached as far as battery cables. The one little wire on the negative battery cable was extended, and it's not the big fat wire, it's just one of the regular size wires. So other than that, there was no real wiring involved, just a lot of relocation of existing parts, and everything kind of lives in there now, or under there.